From lightless ocean abysses to boiling hot springs, and from frozen glaciers to radioactive units, life has found an astounding ability to not only survive but thrive. Let's take a look at nature's incredible wonders that have turned the harshest places on Earth into home. Each one is a master of survival, armed with bizarre adaptations that defy what we think is possible. And if these creatures can endure crushing, pressure, eternal darkness, and toxic extremes, surely you can handle one simple task: hitting that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and let the strange, the hidden, and the unthinkable rise from the depths of your feed. Miles beneath the Earth's crust, life was not supposed to exist, at least not beyond microbes. But in 2011, scientists made a discovery that shattered that assumption. Deep in a South African gold mine, 3.6 kilometers underground, they found something extraordinary: the devil worm, the deepest living multicellular animal ever recorded. Living in thin layers of old groundwater that were trapped in rock fractures, this little nematode is measured just 0.5 millimeter in length. The water surrounding it had been isolated from the surface for 3,000 to 12,000 years. And the environment? A sweltering 37 degrees Celsius or more, with pressures over 360 times that at sea level and nearly no oxygen. This worm has probably developed superior DNA repair mechanisms, specific stress response genes, and perhaps the capacity to go into a low-energy state when oxygen runs short. In the hot mineral-rich water, it feeds on microbial biofilms, which are bacterial and archaeal. Multicellular life was believed to end at a shallow depth, and now has a confirmed outpost over 2 miles below ground. If animals can survive here, what other ecosystem might lie deeper still? The devil worm proves just how deep and how stubborn life's reach can be by surviving in areas where most other life would be crushed or cooked, drinking ancient water and living in perpetual darkness. Deep beneath southeastern Europe, in pitch-black karst caves where time seems to stand still, a strange creature glides through the cool, silent waters. It looks like something out of myth: pale, pinkish red feathery gills and no eyes. For centuries, locals believed they were baby dragons. Today, we know them as olms. The olm is a master of cave life. Its eyes are not fully developed and remain buried beneath its skin, making it blind. But in place of vision, the olm has evolved a suite of super senses. It can detect faint traces of light through its skin, navigate using enhanced hearing and smell, and may even sense weak electrical fields, all crucial tools in a world where light never reaches. Only about 20 centimeters long, the olm defies biological expectations. It can live to an estimated 68 years, with some individuals possibly reaching over a century, almost unheard of for such a small creature. Even more astonishing is the fact that it shows little to no signs of aging, a phenomenon known as negligible senescence. And in a world where food is rare, the olm has evolved extreme patience and can survive up to 10 years without eating. It has a slow and straightforward survival strategy. Its glacial metabolism allows it to remain motionless for years, waiting for prey like tiny insects to drift by. Reproduction is equally rare and strategic. Some may breed just once every 10 or 15 years, laying a few valuable eggs in secret cave pools. With translucent skin, a life without light, and a metabolism that treats time like it's infinite, the olm is one of nature's quietest miracles. It shows us that even in a world of scarcity and silence, life doesn't just adapt, it thrives in slow motion.
We're traversing across a glacier, and like every night around like 5 or 6, there would just be millions of them as you're walking literally across them. So I was like, okay, well, wait a minute, let's figure out what these are.
When they are around, I mean, there's hundreds per square meter. You cannot walk without stepping.
You might think glaciers are lifeless, just frozen wastelands of snow and ice. However, something remarkable begins to happen when the alpine sun sets. Black, thread-like shapes start to wriggle across the snow's surface. The ice worms, one of nature's most cold-obsessed creatures. The ice worm lives its entire life in glacial ice, making it one of the only animals on Earth to do so. It is just 1 to 3 centimeters long, but it is anything but ordinary. Unlike every other cold-blooded animal, the ice worm is most active at 0 degrees Celsius and dies if it gets colder or warmer. Warm it up to just 5 degrees Celsius and it literally starts to fall apart. Its proteins and membranes break down, causing the worm to melt in the heat. Their metabolism also features a reprogrammed cellular thermostat, allowing chemical reactions to continue briskly in icy conditions. During the day, ice worms hide deep within the ice, shielded from both sun and deeper cold. But at dusk, when the glacier surface cools enough, they climb up to feed on snow algae and decaying organic matter. In a world where energy is scarce and ice threatens to shatter cells, the ice worm is a living contradiction, fragile yet thriving. It's proof that even the iciest corners of our planet can be full of surprises. In the middle of the day, the Sahara Desert can seem utterly lifeless. The sun turns the sand into a scorching skillet when the temperature soars past 60 degrees Celsius. Most animals retreat underground or hide in the shade, but one tiny creature does the exact opposite, the Saharan silver ant, nature's heat-defying sprinter. Just when the desert becomes too dangerous for most, they race across the sand in search of food, often the remains of heat-stricken insects. They have been observed surviving in sand temperatures up to 53 degrees Celsius, which is near the maximum survival limit for any known insect. Their sleek, metallic appearance isn't just for show. Dense, specialized hair coats their bodies like a silvery armor, reflecting visible and infrared sunlight. This reflective fur acts like a thermal mirror, helping the ants to keep several degrees cooler, an edge that can mean life or death in the desert. These ants don't just stay cool, they move fast. In fact, these are the fastest ants on Earth, galloping across the sand at speeds up to 108 times their body length per second. For reference, that's like a human sprinting over 700 kilometers per hour. Their long legs keep most of their body off the ground, reducing contact with the sizzling surface, and during top speeds, all 6 legs may be airborne at once in a bounding high-speed gait. They are biologically prepared for the heat before they even step outside. Each day, silver ants produce heat shock proteins that protect their cells from thermal damage. While most animals make these after being under stress, silver ants are proactive. They arm up before the furnace even opens. Imagine a place on Earth where water doesn't just steam, it superheats into a chemical cocktail, blasting from the seafloor like underwater geysers. Welcome to the hydrothermal vents, a superheated, hellish hot tub in the deep ocean. Clinging to the sides of these vent chimneys is the Pompeii worm, one of the most heat-tolerant animals on Earth. It shrugs off temperatures that soar to 80 to 90 degrees Celsius, hot enough to poach an egg or kill most known life. The secret behind its existence lies in a life lived on the edge, literally. The worm builds a papery tube near the vent, nestling its tail into the burning oxygen-starved flow while keeping its head in cooler, oxygen-rich waters. It's a precision survival strategy, balancing between too hot and too cold. Even more fascinating is the Pompeii worm's bizarre partnership with bacteria. Its back is covered in a dense mat of symbiotic microbes that look like a fuzzy gray fleece. This isn't decoration, it's a heat shield. Add to that specialized blood that can bind oxygen, even in high temperatures and acidic conditions, and you've got a creature exquisitely evolved to survive one of the most hostile habitats on Earth. Nearly 11 kilometers beneath the ocean's surface lies the Mariana Trench, a region of crushing pressure, freezing temperatures, and unending darkness. Yet, even here, life persists. Meet the Mariana Snailfish, a ghostly, translucent creature about 20 centimeters long that thrives where the pressure is over 1,000 times greater than at sea level. That's like balancing 1,600 elephants on your head without getting flattened. How does this delicate-looking fish survive such extremes? Well, it's body is soft and gelatinous, with bones made mostly of cartilage, allowing it to flex rather than break under the intense pressure. Even its skull has gaps to help equalize pressure and prevent implosion. The snailfish is fortified with a high level of TMAO, a chemical that stabilizes proteins in extreme depths. In a world without sunlight, eyes are useless. So the Mariana snailfish has lost its vision entirely, relying instead on other senses to navigate the dark and hunt. Despite its squishy appearance, it is a top predator in its deep-sea domain. And that wraps up our journey through Earth's most extreme habitats and incredible life forms that call them home. Which creature amazed you the most? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed exploring nature, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss a discovery.